Here I am with chapter 3 in One Wintry Night. And remember, we left off with Zeb on the couch, ready to hear the story of Christmas. Let's see where it goes now. Chapter 3, In the Beginning. The woman put a log on the fire, which exploded into hundreds of tiny red stars. They twinkled against the sooty back of the fireplace and disappeared up the chimney. Take a look at that cat. Like my cat, kind of causing trouble, I think. The first Christmas happened almost 2,000 years ago, she began. That's when the angel appeared to the shepherds outside Bethlehem. But the story doesn't begin there. It couldn't, because the angel called Jesus a savior or a rescuer. Someone must have been in trouble. To find out about it, we have to jump into a time machine and go back before Mary and Joseph were born. Back before there was a town of Bethlehem. In fact, so far back that there was no earth. Whoops, now our time machine doesn't have anything to sit on. She glanced at the boy, and he grinned back. Then she continued. In the beginning, the earth was empty, and darkness was over the face of the deep. Then God began to move. Look at that. Wow. Light, God commanded in a voice that cracked like thunder. There was a brilliant flash, and God separated the light from the darkness. Next, he set the sun, the moon, and the stars in their orbits. Then he shaped our earth and began filling it with wonders. He scooped out deep oceans and heaped up high mountains. In the oceans, he put huge fish, prickly sea urchins, octopuses, and great sea turtles. On the mountains, he set down goats and bears and bobcats. The valleys and plains he filled with all sorts of surprises. Porcupines, tigers, parrots, and deer. Then rhinoceroses, giraffes, and warthogs. You couldn't count all the creatures he made. Some looked like they were made with love, others with a chuckle. Some even looked like a bad joke, and not one that was exactly like another. It was a real zoo. Then came the most exciting moment of all. God made a man and a woman to rule over all the other things he had made. He called the man Adam, and the woman he called Eve. He brought all his creatures to Adam so the man could give them names. Whatever Adam decided to call them, that became their name. Whether an owl or a whale or a pig, Adam must have had a ball. God was enjoying Adam and Eve. In fact, he loved them more than anything else he had created. He chose the most beautiful spot on earth for them to live, the Garden of Eden. And he gave Adam and Eve everything they needed to be happy. They had crystal clear rivers to drink from and swim in, nuts and berries to eat, vines to swing on, flowers to smell, and birds to sing them songs. They didn't need clothes, and they were not embarrassed. Take a look at that picture, too. That is a beautiful place. They didn't need spears or slings, for they had no enemies. The lions purred instead of growling. Horses and hyenas came loping up and leaping, and whenever Adam called them, because they knew he was their loving master. Adam and Eve had a wonderful time as they pruned branches and turned the soil around their plants. Working was fun, and they never grew tired. In the afternoon, when the last tool was put away, Adam and Eve would run with the antelope, swim with the otter, and sing with the oriole. The best part always came in the cool of the day. As the leaves began to dance in the gentle evening breezes, God would walk and talk with Adam and Eve in the garden. Everything was beautiful, and it looked like they would all live happily ever after. The woman's voice trailed off. She sat silent, thinking. Did they? The boy asked. No, I'm afraid not, the woman said. For soon something was about to go terribly wrong in the garden. And that's where we'll stop for today. Thanks for listening again.